Hello, and thank you for checking out my video series. I made this special video series for people who are interested in learning how to trade. So what I did was I set up a brand new account, I put some money in it, and in this video tutorial I'm going to show you step by step how I took that account and went from $10,000 to $16,649.96, and I did it in less than 48 hours. That's right, less than 2 days I pulled in over $6,600, which means I averaged out $3,000 per day. Now the thing is, I'm a professional trader. I've been doing this for close to 20 years. This is all I know how to do. However, I am in a position, because of my experience, I can teach you how to do the same thing. I have developed a full course that I give out for free online, plus I have custom software that I built from the ground up specifically for trading the markets correctly to allow me to achieve these type of results. I can teach you my method, but it's up to you to master it and to take it to heart and actually run with it and do what you got to do. So if you want to see how I did it, how I made this $6,000, continue watching this video and I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. Hello, my name is Jeff Parks. I am the system architect of the Octave system. I go back almost 20 years, and we have been also working on the Octave system for close to a decade. Now, the reason I'm doing this series is because a lot of people seem to be interested in learning how to trade, but there's a lot of people out there taking advantage of that situation, that they know people want to learn how to trade and aren't exactly sure where to go for help. Now, like I said, I've been doing this for close to 20 years, and I also provide professional mentorship, and I do that for free. There's a lot of people out there that are ready to try to sell you this secret system they got, or their theory on how things should work. Do not fall for this. There's a lot of scams going on, and I'm getting a lot of complaints that people are being taken advantage of on places like YouTube and Facebook. So I'm glad you found me, and I hope I can help you help yourself and take yourself to the next level in your development as a trader. Now, there's a lot of you that come to me that are already trading, but you're in the binary markets or Nadex. These two markets I do not recommend, especially binary options, because the way it's set up, mathematically over time you're just going to lose all your money, period. It's just an uneven mathematical composition. If you're serious about trading, I strongly recommend you look into getting into spot forex, which is something I do, and I have custom software developed for that to give you the utmost advantage in trading. Now, if you're new to forex, let's go ahead and start with the basics. What we're going to do now is I'm going to show you step by step how to set up an account, where to go to get it, how to fund it, and how to actually place trades. And I have one more thing I want to say that you're probably not going to hear from anybody. Forex trading, binary options, it's just risky as hell, period. Alright, and my advice to you, if you're new to trading and you haven't actually invested any time into trading, don't trade. Just go the other way. Get a regular job. You know, take up a hobby or something like that. Take a vacation you were planning on taking with your family, or, you know, because there's a high probability you're just going to lose your money, period. It's just a very rigged game. Yes, I know how to do it. Yes, I've done it successfully trading for the past 2 decades. But my advice to any newbie, that if your finances are shaky, or you think you're going to be trading with your rent money, don't do it. Just don't do it. Turn the other way, turn the video off, just go find something else to do, people. But if you're serious and I cannot change your mind because you're hell-bent on learning how to be a successful trader and make real money, okay, I'll help you. I'll give you the tools. I'll give you the free mentorship. I'll show you exactly how I trade. I'll show you that. But also, I need you to manage your expectations on what you'll be making in returns, because there's a lot of bullshit experts out there that'll sit there and hype you up, saying how you could take a little bit of money and make 100% return overnight and double your money and be rich by the end of the month and all this stuff. No. It doesn't work that way. So if you think you're going to come in here doing 30-50% every single month, you're dreaming. And whoever told you that is a damn lie. Yes, it can be done with high leverage, but it's gambling and it's not going to last long. You're going to have a couple good trades, you're going to see your account go sky high, and then you're going to make one mistake and boom, it's gone, all of it. Margin call, your money's gone, it's done. Okay, so I will teach you to trade, but you got to listen to what I'm telling you. Alright, I'm a veteran, I'm battle tested, I know what I'm talking about. What we're going to be shooting for is a very lower number. However, it's still going to be a better return than what you're getting on your 401k. It's going to still be a better return than what your money manager is probably giving you, and it's definitely a better return than if you're holding CDs, bonds, or averaging out in the stock markets. That I can beat, okay? And I will show you how to do that and beat those averages. But you gotta be realistic on what you think you're gonna make. And if you're coming in with a small account that's only a couple $100, people, please, that is not real money. You can use it to practice, but it's not going to be enough to actually live off of. To actually live off your returns in trading, where you're a professional trader and that's all you do, you need somewhere in the ballpark figure minimum of $5,000, preferably $10,000. In this video series, you're going to see me actually use a live account that's funded with $10,000 in real money, just to show you what it takes. It can be done. It's doable. I do it all the time. But I want to show you how to do it, and that's what this is all about. Realistic, real-world trading. So please don't ask me on how to double it to 100% and 200%. Don't ask me that. I'll show you how to trade consistently over time, compound your returns, and get a steady growth equity curve. This is the correct way to trade. This is how you turn a little bit of money into a lot of money. Step by step, trade by trade. No risking, no shooting from the hips, no high over leverage. Just straight, professional, by the plan. And you'll be okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Every so often I'll take on a challenge where I'll take a very small account and we'll take that account and we'll trade it. And we'll trade up to a certain amount, and then when that amount is done, we'll go back and look at the trading details. What you're looking at is a trading history. We use a third-party site for verification to verify the actual trading results. And this is something that's very important, that when you're out there and somebody's trying to sell you something or tell you about their secret system, ask them for a MYFXBOOK report. Seriously, say, let me see your trading statement. There's a few things you want to be looking for. It needs to say real, it needs to have low leverage, and it also needs to say verified trading privileges and track record verified. These are very, very important, because these people will pull fast ones on you saying how they make thousands and thousands of pips and they don't make anything. You know, their system does not even work, and you go to buy into it, invest your time and money, and boom, you lose all your money. So please do not fall for it. And if they give you an excuse why they don't have a MyFXBOOK report, cut them off, ignore them, walk away. Do not give them the time of day, okay, because they're full of it. Alright? And remember that if they do not have a MyFXBOOK report, and it needs to be at least 90 days, 3 months long, minimum, preferably longer than that, but no less than that. And another thing you're looking for is the drawdown, because a lot of these people come in here and they'll be like, oh look, I made 500%, but if you look at the drawdown, it's like 50, 60, 70%. Okay, drawdowns like that will cause you to lose all of your money. So please pay attention to these details. If you're not sure, call me, contact me, let me know, let me look into it for you. Or you can just stick to the system I got, which is already proven. I have my track record sitting in front of you. I can also give you the link so you can look at the details yourself. Now let me just look into this report and explain to you what you're looking at. I started this account with a little over $10,000. And between this month and this month, we turned it into $22,000. I had a very low drawdown, which is extremely respectable, and the account made over 100% return. Now, in this account, I took over 1,400 trades, made over 2,400 pips. You see, so obviously I know what I'm doing. I know how to trade. That is very clear. I have the proof that I can trade. If you look down here, you'll see 33% return, another 20% return, another 40% return. And this was just an example demonstration account to show that at that time we were using Octave 2, which we're on a newer version now, which works even better. But I was just showcasing how it works, and that it works well, and that I can teach you these same exact skills on how to trade so you can take your money to the next level. So yes, you can get 100% return, but don't expect it to happen overnight or within a week or by the end of the month. We want to trade the correct way, where we have low drawdowns, which means less risk, but over time we make all our money. Okay, so now the next step is we need to set up a broker account, and let me show you how to do that. Now, to make money, you're going to have to fund your account with a broker, and when you have your money funded with a broker, you'll have a trading platform like this where you'll have tickets where you can sell and buy a particular security, in this case currency. So let's go ahead and go to the broker site. The broker you're going to want to go to is Nadex, and this is the website here. Now when you get to the site, you can do one of two things. One, you can set up a demo account, or two, you can open up a live account. Now to get your account fully set up, I strongly recommend you go ahead and contact support, and depending on the time you contact them, you will have a live chat support icon down here, or you can go ahead and give them a call and you'll get set up with a account manager that will go ahead and walk you through all the steps necessary to set up your trading account. Now once you've set up your trading account, then you'll be ready for the next step, which is actually placing trades. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to that part. The platform you're going to want to get from them will be the Nadex MetaTrader 4 platform. That's what you're going to request. And there's an option right here to download that platform. I'm going to go ahead and download it for Windows. I now have it downloaded to my computer down here, so I'm going to go ahead and install that. There are a lot of different brokers out there. I personally prefer to go with this particular broker just because it's a true ECN and you'll get the best prices and spreads and quotes. So I strongly recommend, yeah, you can look around, but just go ahead and follow what I follow if you want to get the same results I'm getting in this particular demonstration. Now I want to go ahead and launch the program now that I've installed it. Now at this point here, you can set up a demo account, or you can go ahead and connect to a live account. But chances are, if you're new to Forex trading, you want to go ahead and set up a demo account. And you just basically hit next, and it's going to ask you two things: log into an existing account or a demo account, or do you want to set up a new real account? In this case, you just want to go ahead and hit demo account. If you do want a real account, like I said, contact customer support at Nadex.com and they'll get you set up with the correct way to fund your account and proper documents that you need to sign and stuff like that. And then if you want to demo, just hit next. You basically want to fill out all this information here and then go ahead and hit next, and then it'll give you a login password. Make sure you write all this stuff down because you're going to need it later if you want to log back into your account. And then you hit next and then complete it, and then you'll be able to log into your demo account. And from there you'll be able to trade on the live market, but with demo money. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and log into my live account. Okay, I am logged into my live trading account at Nadex, and as you can see up here, it shows this is a live account and it's registered to the ForexHelp.Center. And if you click down here, here's my actual balance. we're working with $10,000 in cash. And these are all our different pairs. Now, if you don't see this button right here, where you can buy and sell really quickly, all you have to do is right click and click on one-click trading, and that takes it away, and that also brings it back. So that's how you get the one-click trading option. It's very important that you use Nadex because they're the ones that have it. Now, what I like to do sometimes is I like to reorganize my dashboard. So I'll move some of these icons around up here, and I'll explain what those do later. For now, I'm going to minimize some of this so I have more real estate to work with. And then what I want to do is reorganize my charts really quickly, so I like to push this icon right here. And it's just a personal preference for me, but I like to clean up my charts a little bit. So I like to get rid of that grid. And sometimes it comes with default indicators. I personally don't like to use indicators. They, clutter up my charts. So stuff like moving averages I like to get rid of. So what I want to do is right click, indicators, and I'll see my list of what's on my chart. And I can remove things. Because I'm using a much more advanced indicator system, the Octave, I really don't have a need for any of this stuff. Okay, so I have my charts, I have my pairs. If you want to see more pairs, you can go to File, New Chart. You'll have a list of pairs here, but if you want to see even more pairs that the broker offers, you click Market Watch. And then you right click that and then hit Show All. And that's going to give you every single major symbol across the board that's tradable. Okay. So right now I have the majors. I have the euro dollar, the pound dollar, the dollar yen, and the dollar Swiss franc. One thing you're going to learn about me is I'm all about accountability and transparency. So you're going to see me do things in this video you're not going to see anybody else pretty much want to do. There's a lot of gurus on YouTube, Facebook. They'll sit there and show you the flashy charts and their complicated patterns and wishful thinking, but they're not actually trading on real live accounts. They're not going to sit there and set it up and put it on a MYFXBOOK account and say, hey, look, scrutinize all my details, look at my actual accuracy. They just want you to listen to them in blind faith. Yeah, some of these people are charismatic little leaders and they sound so great and so confident and so assured and wow, he looks so professional. But if you ask them to say, let me see your actual trading results, you're not going to get them. They don't have them. But they'll tell you how to trade, but they don't actually trade. Because if you actually told them how to trade, and let them show you, it's going to suck. They're going to blow. And then you're going to see the results, and you're going to see the truth that they're not real traders. They're just talkers. They talk a lot. That's what a lot of people on the internet do. They just talk. Well, I'm going to talk, but I'm also share the proof while I'm talking. So that way you can believe and trust what I got to say. So I'm going to go ahead and take this account here, and I'm going to go ahead and connect it to my FXBOOK account right now before we even place our first trade. So that way everything is recorded, everything is verified. So at a later date, when you're watching this video, go check out the account, look at the details. Don't fall for these people on the internet that flash a couple $1,000s in front of you and flash a ATM receipt, and what else have I seen? Oh, they take the cell phone shot of the monitor, showing the profit, but chances are that account ain't even real. Don't fall for this. And a lot of these guys, they'll use things like green screens, showing a big hotel and a house and, sitting on jets. Don't fall for it, people. Ask for a trading report from my FXBOOK that has a verified account. Seriously, it'll save you a lot of heartache later. Don't fall for the gimmicks. These people sit there and pretend like, I'm living the lifestyle, look at me, I just made $100 tonight or $1,000. Just for real. They pull a lot of scams on the internet. These guys are getting good at it every year. It's getting more impressive on how they figure out new ways to bullshit people. So please, don't fall for it. I'm a real trader. I got real money, but I'm not gonna sit there and flash it in your face. I don't have to go that route. The only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just show you hard, verifiable proof. That's all I want to show you. I don't have time for a long sales letter. You know, a lot of these people, they get on ClickBank, you know, and everything else, and they just want to sell. How can I sell it to you quickly, you know, before you realize this is bullshit, this doesn't work. You know, I'm trying to save you heartache, I'm trying to save you time. So if you hear me repeating myself, it's because a lot of people, this goes in one ear and out the other, and they forget. So that's why I'm just reiterating it as many times as possible, because I need you to understand there's a lot of crap out there. So let me go ahead and get that MYFXBOOK account up. So I'm at my account, I'm logged in, Forex Alert System. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is log in and set me up and add me a new account to this. Okay, I have the account was successfully processed. So I want to go ahead and make some modifications to it right quick. Alright, I have the account up right here. Right now I have track record verified, but I don't have trading privileges verified, so I need to go ahead and make some changes to that. Okay, I went ahead and went through all the verification process, so now that I have this account, the track record is verified and the trading privilege is verified. The current balance of this account, this real account, is $10,000, and we have not placed any trades yet. So now we're going to be starting with a clean, fresh slate, and we'll be moving forward with your intro to Forex trading. Okay, so now we have our MYFXBOOK account set up. We have our live trading account set up. Now we're ready to rock. So let's go ahead and open up our charts. And we're looking at the live market and our $10,000 account. Now, there's two ways to make money. We make money buying. I'll give you a few examples on how to look at the markets. The market is what's called a zero-sum game, which means for every winner, there has to be a loser. Someone has to lose money in their trading account to pay for somebody who made a profit in their trading account. Now, a lot of people, wannabe gurus and stuff like that, they'll be like, oh, this is a business, it's a trading business. Alright? Newsflash, this is gambling. Alright, trading is gambling. We're speculators, we're gambling, we're taking a chance that either the market's going to go this way or it's going to go that way. Now, it comes down to science. Even gambling has science, probability, mathematics, and statistics. And that's where Octave comes in at, because we're looking at statistical probability based on all the available information that we know in the marketplace about what's going to happen next. But please, do not sugarcoat this. Do not wear rose-colored glasses. This is gambling. Now, about gambling. The truth is, everybody gambles. You gamble when you decide to pick an airline to travel on because you're gambling on the fact you hope this plane does not crash. So you look at their track record. What's the statistical probability that these people are not going to have an accident? So you take a calculated risk that you're going to go with this particular carrier versus the carrier over there who has a history of losing 3 or 4 planes a year. So that's gambling. You gamble when you get into a relationship. What's the probability that it's going to work out with this person, or am I going to end up in a bloody, messy divorce? Okay? We all gamble. Every time you get in the car and drive, you're gambling. You're gambling that the people on the other side of that highway or in those cars are paying attention. So no matter how you look at it, at some point in your life, you're playing a game of chance. risk, statistical probability that you're going to come ahead. Again, I want to be real clear. The whole point to trading is real simple. Take the other guy's money. That's right, take it. That's the whole idea of trading, is that you're hoping the guy on the other side of that trade is wrong. Because when he is wrong and he loses, that is profit in your pockets. So the name of the game is take everybody's money. You got to think like an institutional trader, a hedge fund, the banks. The point is clean everybody out. Think of this as monopoly. Buy up the entire board, charge everybody rent, take everything, give nothing back. That is what trading is. That is what we are doing. We're bandits. We're bandits on a market that legally allows you to take everything legally. Highway robbery straight up 101. This is how it works. So when you see spikes and whipsaw and you're like, this is not fair, the market is rigged, you're right. It's not fair. It is rigged. It's rigged for a reason, because that is the only way that the very few with the advantage are going to make all the money. And if you do not have the tools and the proper instruction, like what I'm providing you, that's what's going to happen. You're going to be the victim of traders on the other side that are like me, who are armed to the teeth, who have their own systems and protocols that they really don't share with anybody because they want to maintain their advantage. And this is what you're up against. And this is what I'm going to show you how to level the playing field so things work to your advantage. Another way of looking at it is when you buy a house. You're buying a house. You're speculating that hopefully in the future the price of that home is going to go up. So you buy the house at one price, and then when it goes up to another price, you go ahead and sell, and you keep the difference. That's the same thing we're doing with trading. Now, I gave you an example about buying a house, but let me give you a different example about selling a house. You see, there's this really shady character who has his house for sale. You see, and you want to buy the house. You think it's a beautiful home. It's got the white picket fence and it looks perfect. But see, what this guy isn't telling you is he knows this house is built on a sinkhole. It's buried under a toxic nuclear waste site dump. But he's not telling you that. And he knows within about 2 months, that house is going to completely collapse, cave in, and you're going to lose your entire investment. He knows this, you see? So he's technically on the opposite side of that trade. You don't know what's going to happen. It's kind of like knowing what's going to happen with the economics and events and stuff like that, you see? So you buy this house thinking, oh, this is a great deal. It's going to go up in value. Well, he knows it's going to drop like a rock. So before it drops like a rock, he's going to cash out, and he's going to give you that house. And you're going to think it's a great deal, you see? And that's the same thing that works in trading when you go short selling. We know it's going to bottom out, tank, and collapse. But you don't know that. But see, the smart traders do. So that's another way of looking at it. You know, you can buy a house hoping it goes up, but at the same time, you can buy a house, and that seller who sold you the house knows it's going down. And it's going down like a ship, quick, to the bottom of the ocean with your money. So I hope these visuals kind of give you an idea of how to look at things, that it's not we're all friends and everything's great and everyone's making money evenly. It doesn't work that way. A lot of people got to lose, you know, and they're going to do whatever it takes to get your money in those market moves. Now, my tool, my custom tool, is something that's called Octave. This is pretty much the only thing I actually trade with. The only thing I need, because it's very, very complete the way it's been set up and designed. Don't fall for the people with Gartley patterns and cipher patterns, and you know, there's just so many patterns out there and so-called theories and this and that. It's a bunch of hogwash. It's all hindsight. By the time these patterns actually show up, the market's already left your ass behind in the dust, or worse, you lose your account. So if you've had trouble trading, you've blown an account, or you're new to trading, or you know what I'm saying, you're trying to take it to the next level, then this is definitely for you. This is how it's done. Alright, I got my system up and running, and What I'm going to do is I'm not going to actually use this middle trade alert here because right now they pretty much all say expired because these are all trades from earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm using a combination of the halo and the octave bar, which I'm not going to go into too much detail right now. This video is just basically about setting up a broker account and showing how to place a trade, but I'll go into further detail later on in the series on, things you need to do in order to be more profitable. So just for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just take, I want to take 2 trades. I want to take a buy trade, and I also want to take a sell trade to explain to you what these trades are and what a profit actually looks like. Please keep in mind this is a real account. This is live market conditions. This is real money we're using. This is not scripted. This is not rehearsed. I don't know what's going to happen next. All I'm going to do is use my system based on the trade rules, and we're going to see what's going to happen and go from there. Okay, let's go ahead and get ready to place our first trade. I have the halo showing me a not exactly 100, well, yeah, 125 now, and I got me a green uptrend on this. It's weak, but it's enough for me to pull the trigger. So I'm going to go ahead and do a buy on this particular pair here. And keep in mind, this is real money. Now when you look below down here, you'll see my profit loss report for how much money I'm making on this particular trade or losing on this particular trade. I'm going to go ahead and book some profit because this is just only an example on how easy it is to make money trading using the octave only, no indicators, nothing fancy, patterns and all that stuff. Just did my quick range to see where we're at for a quick high and low and pull the trigger based on my octave. And that's pretty much it. And that really is all there is to trading. It's speculating, it's gambling. But we have something in place that gives us a quick way to see the markets and keep it to our advantage. So I'm going to go ahead and take the 50 bucks. Alright, so we just made $55 in profit on that particular 2 sets of trades. And now I'm going to go and see if that information shows up in my MYFXBOOK account. So I'm going to go ahead and do is hit the update button right quick. and we'll see those trades reflected here. Okay, so we have our trades that we just placed. They were showing up here in profit to $55. And this is what I mean by transparency, that you can track people's trades in the Forex currency market. And this is something a lot of wannabe fake gurus and system sellers will not do, because they do not want you to know the truth that what they're trying to sell you is smoke and mirrors and does not work. Now, right now we're up basically 0.5% for the day, and we got our 2 trades in, and if you look down here, it shows the 2 trades we made so far, total trades for the account, how many pivots we made. We were up 12.2 pips on 2 trades. So this is how it works. And down here it'll show you what we made for the month, and then our total history. So check back here often from time to time if you want to know what's going on with trading, and you'll be able to see all the results here. And that concludes this particular part of the instructions. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back and check one more time the Octave system to see where we're at. You can see the price went up a whole lot higher, which means we could have made a whole lot more money on that particular trade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and check my Octave one more time. And let's see where we're at. This is a scalp trade that's showing up right here on the yearly yen. So I'm going to go ahead and take me a trade on that one too in a second. Let me check my other pairs. Okay, time to go ahead and get in. Now in this particular trade, we do have the halo over 100. However, we are in the no man's land, this yellow right here. So you've heard me say this before in my videos. This is basically a scalping zone. This is where you can get in and out of your trades relatively quickly for quick scalps, because there really is no trend and there really is no current direction. It's kind of that imbalanced part. So that's why I'm taking this particular trade here. So far this is looking real good, but we have to keep an eye on things. You don't want things to spiral out of control. But this is what trading is all about. It's all about speculating, taking calculated risks, putting your money on the line, and pulling the trigger with confidence, and trading without fear. This is what all it comes down to.